Welcome to the land of milk and honey. We're going to go over how to keep your phone charged longer using only your mind. So let's get into this. Okay, now I stretched the truth a little bit on that one. But basically, we're going to be going over mind over matter in this video. I'll get into the end of the video about why I mentioned the phone thing, because I'd like to conduct an experiment if anybody knows enough people to be able to conduct this sort of thing. But before I get into this, I wanted to mention that my Facebook is back up and running. I'm going to leave the link down below. I also have my Instagram working, link down below. So be sure to check both of those out because I've gotten them looking really nice, and I post a lot of great stuff, a lot of positivity to feed your mind, get good in, good out, like we're always wanting. And so to go on the video, mind over matter, you hear a lot about, people talk about this, that, telekinesis, bending spoons, whatever. This is a little bit different. It's not really on the spot, but as we know, what we put into our minds will attract certain things in our reality, so we already understand how mind over matter can work, and by impregnating the subconscious with conscious thoughts, you can do that through affirmations, and then eventually the subconscious will fill in the gap. It's like an illusion. When you look at an optical illusion, your brain is filling in the gaps, and so if you keep saying something such as, I am rich, I am wealthy, I am healthy, or I am fit, whatever goals, whatever you want to, get across, once you do that enough, your subconscious mind doesn't know what it's talking about, so it's going to fill in the gap and give it a reason. It's like, I am so grateful for the complete abundant flow of income that I have coming to me right now. And it's like I say that for days and days and days and days and days, whatever. Write it down, look at it on a mirror on any morning, whatever you want to do to get affirmations across. My brain will eventually be like, what money is this guy talking about? And then fill in the gap, and synchronicities meet, opportunity comes, act upon it, and there you go. But I've mentioned before about a scientist. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned him. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing this wrong, but it should be Dr. Masaru Emoto, I'm pretty sure. He's the guy that did the water molecule experiment with the positive thinking towards the water, where all the people started giving positive intentions into the water, was staring at it, yada yada, and the ice crystals formed differently than people looking at it, giving aggressive thoughts. And we all know that if you speak to a plant, tell it it's beautiful, and speak positive things to a plant, it'll grow better. These tests have all been done. There's a Mythbusters episode, if I remember correctly, where it wasn't Jamie or the main guys, but it was the other two side guys. Either way, they were messing with this plant. They were spraying it with extinguisher, and they were, hitting it and stuff like that. And they had the plant hooked up to some machine. I don't remember what it was, so I'm not going to guess. But either way, it was almost like one of those earthquake readers where the needle just starts moving when the energy level goes up, yada yada. I don't know exactly how it works. But after they did that, one of the guys mentioned, hey, why don't you just, look at it and think about, hurting the plant. And so the guy was like, I'm going to envision or visualize, remember that word again that we've mentioned so many times in these videos. He visualized the plant burning, and after that, the needle started going haywire. And so it is very true that thoughts do alter the external reality around us. I posted an article a few weeks ago on my Facebook, and this has to do with Dr. Emoto. He did an experiment with, I think, a bunch of elementary school kids. He had 2 jars of rice. One of them said, thank you, and one of them said, you fool, on it, and he asked them to, look at it, read it in your head, whatever, on the way in. And after 30 days, I think, the jar of rice that said, you fool, on it was completely molded while nothing happened to the other one. Because when they looked at that and they saw thank you, the brain processed it as positive because they're so conditioned to thank you as being a positive thing. And it's great that our subconscious minds are already conditioned to certain things. As I've said before, in movies we always see rich, wealthy people with clean houses, nice things, and poor people with dirty houses, this, that, and the other. So if you clean your house, you will actually start to gain more income. Start to track your income ratio to how clean your house is and your surrounding is, and your office, whatever space you work. If you drive, if you're a trucker, whatever. The subconscious mind will process all this symbolism that has already been conditioned with, and it'll work on it and fill in the gaps and do what you want to do. And this is how it's done, people. It's as simple as this. And I think on the picture of the article, there was a picture of 2 jars of rice. One of them said, "I love you." One of them said, "I hate you." And the one that said, "I hate you," was all molded. And obviously, we're so conditioned with hate being negative. So you look at it, the brain processes it, and that negative intention goes out into whatever you want to call it, the matrix, the ether, the space in between you and something else. You and your phone right now, you and your computer. That empty space that looks empty, that you think is just air, isn't actually so empty. It's an energy field that your subconscious mind utilizes, and some people say is a part of. Now, when talking about the subconscious, there's so many different things, so many different theories, ideas. I take a lot of them in, and where they apply, I put it in. And I know people have had things to say about what I've had to say about it before, which is fine because I completely see it from their point of view, because I see it from about 5 different points of views, because there are some things that contradict each other. But with science improving, all these contradictions are actually slowly fading away. Like one guy mentioned that, I mentioned the right side being the subconscious side and the left side being the conscious side. I wasn't meaning physically and literally, but I was meaning symbolically. It is the east side, the right side. That's why in all mystical texts, back thousands of years ago, the east was so important. The point of the rising sun, the right-hand side of God. It's symbolism that our minds are conditioned to, and we don't even know it. But you can utilize it, you can use it, you can take advantage of it, and there you go, profit. And so, back to what I was saying about the phone in the beginning of the video, I want to conduct an experiment. I almost wonder if you can take 2 brand new phones, same phones, they haven't been used at all, haven't been charged, you fully charge them at the same time, unplug them, and have one say, "I hate you," and one say, "I love you," and have, people look and see it and see if one's battery lasts longer. Or maybe the "I love you" one would drain the battery. Who knows? I'm not at a point where I can actually conduct that experiment with the same group of people every single day and the same number. But if any of you would like to conduct that experiment and have, the means to do so, if you do, let me know and tell me how it goes. Now, before I finish this video, I think I was a little bit jumpy in this video from topic to topic. I re-listened to my last video. I thought it was pretty good. I think I'm getting better at my speaking. So let me know how I did between this one and the last one, because I'd like to get better. As, there's always room for improvement in anything. And also, I wanted to say that I've been slowing down on the YouTube post, and that's just because I've been staying too hard on my other social medias, which this one's the main one, really, so I need to be spending more time on this one. But also, Facebook got crashed, and it took forever to get back. But now that I have it back, I can spend more time on this. I'm also working on a new trailer. The new trailer is going to be more unbiased, I'd say. After my last one, I think it grew on me as being more biased. I wanted to get the point, the symbolism, the meaning, the moral behind the story of what they were saying across. But I know that when people come to my channel and that's the first thing they see, and when you should know this with your business, whatever the first thing they see, whatever link you drop in, that's their first impression. And so I realized that I shouldn't have added in those things, because really it's going to throw away half of the people coming there. And I noticed this when I was looking at my analytics on how many people were viewing this video compared to how many people were staying on, compared to how many people subscribed within the past 7-8 days. Either way, I'm working on that. I don't know when the next video will be, but I'm going to try to pick up the pace now because, well, I miss doing this, honestly. Either way, I will for you all to prosper and have a great day. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.